I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss that's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Side, there's Schwartz with it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing on first down. Davidson. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Davidson. He rifles one that's intercepted. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Taken down at the 42. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
To throw on second down, Davidson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Davidson. The ball comes out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw on 3rd down. Davidson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards. Good for a Packer 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Packers had 8-6 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
On first down, Davidson.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Davidson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
Rodgers now on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Allen Lazard, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw again, Davidson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Packers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 16. That's good for 28 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
An interesting goal. The real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now we have here a 3rd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davidson throwing the out route, incomplete. It's McLaughlin. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davidson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw on second down, Davidson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
I'm talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on third down, Davidson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On play action, Rodgers. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list.
And the Vikings will
and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to Dobbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack. And this time he got caught.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Davidson. Pass caught. It's Romeo Dobbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davidson. He finds his man complete. That's McLaughlin. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
The final shot before break. Davidson. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. From the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 22, Rodgers. He'll fire it deep for Rager. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right way to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
I always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers. And Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends would be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
On play action, now Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Allen Lazard. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Davidson got an open man at Schwartz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and 2, Davidson got a man at Schwartz, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Throwing on first down, Davidson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Davidson. Over the middle, complete. It's McLaughlin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to a 5-point game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure on his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick up on his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He'll get this to Lazard. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The middle, it's Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
When that takeaway partner right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, Davidson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra Two-point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
He gets this one to Johnson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Up right here, one time. Defense, let's go.
Handoff comes to Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again on first down. Cook.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up.
Well, that's simply... They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and...
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Again, this is Cook. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Rodgers. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, Might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Vikings 40, Packers 35.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 38-yard line.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Charles, normally when you see groups...
Yeah, throw my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it.